Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to AdriRaven, who you may know better as Dame Adriana. Thanks for your support, Adri. That said, let's get started. Our expedition to the Weald had been a monumental success. The party had not only tested the new curative tonics developed by the Vestal Order, but they had also returned with a truly remarkable amount of gold and treasure. Of course, they had paid dearly for it. Our unfortunate antiquarian had become the latest victim of the Crimson Curse. Despite our best efforts to halt the spread of that unnatural virus, over half our number had now become infected. Rowan had already entrenched himself in the sanitarium, where he was performing new experiments on one of our many infected recruits. He had become increasingly obsessive over the past few weeks, but it was becoming more and more obvious that he wasn't making any significant progress towards discovering a cure. I was in the process of once again upgrading our arsenal when Wojtek delivered a dire warning. While we had long known that the estate had become infested with opportunistic bandits, they had always seemed scattered and weak. Now, however, with the newfound wealth our latest expedition had recovered from the wilderness, the bandits had finally taken notice. They had apparently decided to band together, mobilizing some old piece of artillery they had somehow managed to get their hands on. They weren't an immediate threat, but the bounty hunter feared that, if left to their own devices, it would only be a matter of time before they laid siege to the Hamlet. Although I was preoccupied with the vampiric crisis, I had to agree with Wojtek's assessment of the situation. The bandits were a clear and immediate threat to the safety of the Hamlet, so they would need to be dealt with. Fortunately, the weather was clear and the scoundrels weren't expecting an attack, so it was an ideal opportunity to foil their plans. Dame Adriana had reportedly encountered numerous bandits during her long and arduous journey to the Hamlet, and she had described them as a motley assortment of former soldiers and opportunistic mercenaries. Given her experiences on the road, she quickly volunteered to lead our attack, and I gladly took her up on the offer. She would obviously need help, so I turned to some of our more mercantile recruits. Wojtek had already scouted out the bandit camp, so he was an obvious choice, and we would need someone like Gwydden if we were going up against hardened artillery. I rounded out the team with the last of our uninfected academics, Purge, who would use his arcane talents to keep everyone else alive. Motivated by the promise of vengeance, bounties, and blood, the party was eager to depart, and I really couldn't blame them. Given some of the nightmares we had faced over the past few months, it was almost a relief to find ourselves facing off against a much more mundane threat.
Simple folk are by their nature loquacious, and the denizens of the Hamlet were no exception. It was not long before rumors of my morbid genius and secretive excavations began to fuel local legend. In the face of my increasingly egregious flaunting of public taboos, awe turned to ire, and demonstrations were held in the town square. The smell of sulfur and gunpowder hangs in the air. The war machine is close.
Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to episode 27. Today we're headed into yet another boss fight, as we take on the second boss of the Weald, the Brigand 8-pounder. As usual, this is a boss that I only have limited experience with, but much like the Incolate Flesh, I seem to remember him being kind of a pushover. That's why I decided to spice things up by bringing Gwydden along. I've been hesitant to bring her on longer adventures because she triggers that special nightmare event when she rests. But apparently, if we can survive that event 7 times, then it should stop triggering entirely. Anyway, let's have a look at our heroes. Gwydden. Dame Adriana. Wojtek the Bear. Purge. Alright, let's get moving. As usual, we'll try to take the most direct route to the boss, then we'll double back to finish exploring. But I guess we should check this offshoot path first. I guess I should go ahead and hand out some blood, too, before our poor vampires start wasting away.
A full pack often attracts unwanted attention.
There's a nice assortment of heirlooms. Not a bad start.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
Annoying, but nothing to worry about.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I feel a bit silly even bothering to pick up the journal pages, but... Oh, hold that thought. Give it a rest, Wajtek. When you get right down to it, we're all just vessels full of blood. These guys included. Nice dodge, Adriana. And here comes Gwydden with the counterattack.
A decisive pummeling. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Very nice. We're off to a really good start today. Though, Wajtek is getting a bit melodramatic.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. This expedition at least promises success.
Nicely done, heroes. We powered right through that first encounter. And goodbye to the journal pages. I guess we knew there was no chance I was really going to keep them anyway. Now let's see what we've got in here. Not bad. Another decent assortment of treasure, including some more journal pages we have no room for. Okay, let's start heading for the cannon.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Whoops. Okay, 2 scratchers and an acolyte. This should be easy.
A powerful blow.
Man, Dame Adriana is untouchable.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Ridiculous. Well, alright then. That's 2 fights down, and we've barely been touched. I guess I should just enjoy it while I can, because you know the RNG is going to turn on us at some point. And there's fight number 3. Let's do this.
another abomination cleansed from our lands. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Seriously, I don't even have words. Okay, we're done looting containers for now. We'll come back for them once we've taken out that cannon. There's fight number 4. Another cakewalk. Hey, we actually took some damage. Goodbye.
Annihilated. Begone, fiend.
Just one left. Oh, hey. This one's got some fight in him.
Back to the pit.
I've got to say, this, this feels great, but at the same time, I feel like I booted up the wrong game. Ah, here we go. Now we've got a real fight. Thank you, Washtek. Your services are appreciated. Adriana's stress is getting pretty high. Gwydden, if you would.
The ground quakes.
I really need to use that attack more often.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Alright, the vampires are down. We really are unstoppable. For now, anyway. Looks like we're about halfway to the boss fight now. That means we probably have at least a few more fights ahead of us.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
And there go our buffs. It was nice while it lasted. Okay, fight number 6. Well, it's another reasonably tough lineup, but I think it's safe to say it's nothing we can't handle. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Well, we're still doing really well, but at least these guys are pretty durable. Uh-oh.
The horror.
Okay, now we're in trouble. We didn't bring any stress healers. Oh, hold on. Adriana's got a stress heal. Let's see if we can buy some time.
The promise of safety.
Alright, we need to wrap this up.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Things did get a bit dicier that time, but we're still doing okay. We might not even need to rest until after the boss fight. Well, I guess I tempted fate once too often. Let's do this. Yep, definitely pushed our luck a little too far. Alright, we have to take out that gatekeeper. There we go. They're really ganging up on Wajtek, but at least they're not trying to infect anyone.
Obliterated.
Alright, let's wrap this up.
Well struck. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Well, again, we took a bit of a beating, but we came through things okay. I'm just waiting for something horrible to happen at this point. Okay, we're officially out of space in our inventory, so let's keep moving.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Of course. You know, I'm not even mad. We had that coming. Well, that's just one more reason to finally take on the Baron.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Okay, it's definitely time to set up camp.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Now, our main goal is to get Dame Adriana's stress under control, so let's see what we can do here. I think that's all we can do for Adriana, so let's see what we can do with these last 4 points. Alright, let's go ahead and grab tracking, and then we'll spend our last 2 points on a stress heal for Purge. Get some rest, heroes. And pleasant dreams. Here we go.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear. Trauma and torment return for an encore performance.
I'm pretty sure we only have 5 turns to kill these things, so we'll have to make this fast. Both of the Rattlers are set to retaliate, but we'll just have to soak the damage.
Precision and power.
Okay, that's 1 down. Just 3 more to go. Gwydon's in bad shape, so let's put her on the defensive. So far, so good. Okay, just 2 left. Let's get Gwydden back in the fight.
Masterfully executed.
Nice. I think we've actually got it this time.
A momentary abatement.
Thank you, Purge. And we're done.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
This is journal entry 2 out of 7, so, like I thought, we have to do this 5 more times. Oh, that's pretty nice. We're definitely taking that with us. I'm actually tempted to have her equip it right now, but her stress is probably too high. Let's see if we can make room for some of this other stuff. At the very least, I want those scales, and I'd like to have those sapphires too. Well, we are right around the corner from the boss, so I guess we can afford to dump our torches. Yeah, I think that looks good. Moving on. That's convenient.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Here we go. Good luck, heroes.
A marvel of technology. An engine of destruction.
Okay, now, we just need to focus on taking out the guy with the giant matchstick.
Impressive.
Nice. Let's hit him again. Very nice.
Eradicated.
Now the cannon is harmless until reinforcements show up. Well, that was quick. Let's take out the matchman again.
Executed with impunity.
This is kind of sad. I almost feel bad for these guys. Well, we don't need any healing, so we might as well curse the cannon.
Another one falls.
Yikes. This is probably going to be our quickest boss fight yet. Let's see if we can have Gwydden finish off the cannon. Ooh, so close. Well, looks like Adriana gets the finishing blow. Or maybe not. How about you, Wajtek?
The brigands are undone. Our family crest is once again a symbol of strength.
And there you go. An easy boss fight and no loot worth mentioning. That was definitely a bit of an anticlimax, but I guess I can't really complain. It's certainly better than the alternative. Anyway, we're past the 30-minute mark, so I think this makes a good stopping point for the episode. We'll pick up here next time as we douse our torch and head back through the dungeon to get all that loot we skipped. See you then.